Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte. Guys, today we're taking a look at the New Jersey Devils. They didn't make many moves today, but they did make one big one, and that was plucking the big fish in the free agent market, Dougie Hamilton. So we'll be going over that in this video. So let's go over some of the smaller things from the New Jersey Devils, and then we'll work our way up to the big boy signing. So we saw the Buffalo Sabres make a trade with the New Jersey Devils. The Buffalo Sabres acquired the final year of Will Butcher's contract at $3.73 million. Now, the Devils did retain some of that salary and a 2022 fifth-round pick. So this is actually good for the Sabres. I mean, the Sabres pick up a defenseman who, he was the former Hobey Baker winner. He was the, what else happened? He was the Calder Trophy finalist, right? Remember that? What was it, 2016, 2017? In the Devils' prime with Taylor Hall and everything. Yeah, I don't need to remind you guys of that. But Will Butcher still has that potential, and he's still young enough where he could still maybe muster up a little career. It's going to be difficult, though, in Buffalo, but again, you look at this team, man, it looks a little different. The back end's going to be different, so there could be some potential, maybe potentially playing with Rasmus Dahlin or Owen Power. That could be nice for a guy like Will Butcher next season. They still have some guys they have to re-sign. You have Yanni Kuokkanen, one of their RFAs, as well as Yegor Sharangovich. So some forwards that have to be re-signed this summer. The Devils have the cap space. They have $22 million in cap space after this signing, after retaining the salary, and that's why we're going to get into the big move. And the big move for the New Jersey Devils, we've been talking about the last couple days. They were going to go hard at a defenseman this summer. We heard about Tyson Barrie, maybe. Nope. He goes back to the Oilers. John Carlson, a couple years ago from Washington, he was going to hit free agency. He ended up staying in Washington. Alex Pietrangelo from St. Louis, he goes to Vegas. Who else? Rasmus Ristolainen, right? Yeah, we'll get Ristolainen. He goes to the Flyers. So you see the theme here. The Devils have been looking for this defenseman for a long time. And obviously PK Subban hasn't worked out. It really hasn't been a good fit. They move out Will Butcher. So now you're going to see a different decor in Jersey. And I'm going to make probably a whole video about the defense now changing in Jersey. But this one's more about Dougie Hamilton, the defenseman that put up the most points last season. Dougie Hamilton signing a 7-year, $63 million contract with the Devils. It's $9 million per season, one of the highest cap hits in the entire NHL as a defenseman. Dougie Hamilton is a really talented guy, but he's not really the leadership material that I think you would maybe hope to be paying for a $9 million player. And he really has some defensive liabilities. So there is some questions about this signing. And that's what happens when you're the big free agent fish. You can ask for $9 million. But the Devils are going to get this at a price. And maybe not today when they have $22 million in cap space. It's not a big deal. But what happens, this is a 7-year deal. What happens when 2, 3 years, 4 years from now, when you have to re-sign Damon Severson, probably to a bigger contract, Ty Smith out of his entry-level deal, Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, Alexander Holtz, potentially Pavel Zacha may get a pay raise. The money's going to go away very quickly. Luke Hughes, of course, Jack Hughes. So this is going to be interesting to see how the Devils, how this works long-term, because it's not a bad contract because he'll be 35 at the end of this deal. But again, 35 years old, this kind of defenseman can last. He's not a Brent Seabrook, right, where he's going to fade away in 2 or 3 years. But there is some concern. Eventually, injuries could come up. And once you get into the 30s and the further up, that wall could come and hit Dougie Hamilton. Obviously, I don't wish that against him, but this is an interesting move to say the least. And the fact that they didn't, they got the max, which is 7 years. Thank God they don't allow for 15-year deals anymore. But interesting signing here by the Devils. They had the leverage. They had to pay him a little bit more because it is New Jersey. But with $22 million plus in cap space, it's not that big of a deal for the Devils. I really would be interested to see if the Devils go the route that the Coyotes have. There's teams around the league that need cap help. Why not take some, I wonder to myself, why didn't they take what's his name? Why didn't they go after Tyler Johnson in Tampa and try and get a first round pick for him? Like, there were things that I don't necessarily understand what they were doing in that regard. Like, they could have really made bank off of that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like, where do you think the Devils are going? Do you see the Devils as a playoff team? Do you see them as being at the bottom of the division once again? Because I don't see how the division realignment going back to the Metro makes it any easier. I mean, I really think the two bottom teams in that division are Columbus and New Jersey, and that was the same as last year. I don't really know if that's going to change much this year. There are some improvements, though, in New Jersey. You could argue they're ahead of Columbus, but still, there are questions about the Devils that I don't know where I'm at with them. So let me know what you guys think down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, more videos just like this one as we get into the off season, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.